This is Africa, and in Africa we have the mighty country of South Africa. Within South Africa, the not-so-mighty country of Lesotho. For so long, Lesotho has been surrounded by South Africa, and as a result, South Africa controls who can trade with Lesotho. One day, though, Lesotho got a new Prime Minister, Prime Minister Mumbutu. All his life, Mumbutu had plans, big plans, and now that he was the Prime Minister, he could unleash his plans. Mumbutu gathered an army from all of Lesotho, and even gave Swaziland, a country partially surrounded by South Africa, the courage to rise against their neighbour. Together, they rose against and defeated South Africa in a fairly short war, and Lesotho claimed the land as their own. They began to see the world in a brand new light, with more freedom, more trading, and more power. After a few years of peace, the Emperor of Lesotho turned against the country Swaziland and defeated them as well. The Lesotho army had turned out to be much greater than Mumbutu had thought. Mumbutu had been going mad with power. He had led his army against all of Africa and had prevailed. All hail King Mumbutu, ruler of Africa! King Mumbutu and the Lesothans had lived in Africa, experiencing new joys, finding new places and new dangers, and conquering all obstacles. And then they found something exciting, a ferry to the mysterious land of France. The Lesothans had taken the ferry to France, and had come back many weeks later, reporting to the good King Mumbutu about marvellous things, such as cheese and wine. Mumbutu was intrigued, and decided to take a tour of France himself, along with 100,000 of his soldiers. Shortly after invading France, the French surrendered to the Lesothans and the nation fell to the African Empire. Shortly after, the rest of Europe trembled before them. First Spain and Portugal, then England and Germany. Soon enough, the only uninvaded parts of Europe were Scandinavia and Russia, as they were the only ones thus far able to defeat the Lesothan troops. Mumbutu was going to save them for last. Within the span of 5 years, the only non-Lesothan countries were Canada, Russia, and Finland. But Mumbutu did not care about them, for he and the Lesothan people had enough power to claim the rightful title of ruler of the planet Earth. And so the Lesotho Empire lasted for 20 generations, conquering revolutionaries and extremists as time passed. But one day, completely surrounded, Finland gathered an army, with the help of the Russians, and started a war with the Lesothans.